1341 Julian Little, violation of community control violation, failed to report November 22, December 6th, and December 13th. You understand that charge?
Yes, sir.
And the second, submitted a urine screen December 31, tested positive for marijuana and cocaine. You understand that charge?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Matthews.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Little would like to waive his right to a final hearing and then will plead guilty to violations.
Is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
All right, what's your plea to those allegations?
Guilty.
I'll accept your guilty plea and find you guilty, so what's going on?
So pretty much, like, I know did you get my letter?
Yeah.
Okay, so like, I mean, like I was saying, like the time went back, I went back, like, it's something about like seasonal, like I got real depressed, just the holiday times and stuff, which is not an excuse for what I did.
You talking about the clock?
Yeah, like when the time went back, like, you know, I worked 10 hours, you know, I'm waking up in the dark and coming home in the dark, like, I don't know, it's just the holiday times, like, I just kind of set back. And I know, like I said last time I was here when I got sentenced, you told me my whole life was just going in a downward spiral, the same things over and over. So, like, I really did take that serious. You told me about my mental health. I went and saw a doctor. You know, I got prescribed Xanax. You told me about my license. I paid over $5,000. Kim has, like, receipts to get my license. I'm literally one step away. All I have to do is go to Painesville courts. All I have to do is submit insurance to the BMV and file a $100 motion with Painesville courts, and my license is valid. Like, I went and got a brand new car through Carvana because I was getting my license back. I got it financed. You know, I made my first car note. I've been in here. I haven't been able to make the second car note, and the third car note's due beginning of the next month or tomorrow. So, like, I had a great job. I'm still hired in at my job. They know what's going on. I wrote them. I've talked to them. Like, I've showed pay stubs. Everything was going good until then. So it's like I'm not no lost cause. I'm not like a threat. And like when I tell you, like, this is my worst time ever in jail, it has, because like this is the first time in so long like I've had like everything is there. Like, I have a great spouse, great support team. I've been going to church on the house. Like, my life was going so good, and like it's just, like I said, it's been the worst time because I know like I'm literally right there to being the best version of me. And like I said, I know like if I'm given a chance to go out there and address that one little thing, and with the depression, like I know like the doctor I have is just like a psychiatrist. He just gives me, you know, something to do. Like I need somebody to talk to. Like I need a counselor. I need
Where you been going?
Strive Mental Health in Maple.
What do you do there? What have you done there?
I mean, I talk to him like monthly, and he just prescribes me for my anxiety. But I know now, like, I need like a counselor. My thing is like I keep things bottled up, and I'm embarrassed to talk about a lot of things. So I need somebody to talk to who has, you know, no judgment, someone I can just sit there and just, you know, tell everything. And then I do want to try some other stuff besides the Xanax. Like when I was here before, I was on like the Boost bars and all. I think it was like something like that, but like that helped a lot.
So where are you going to go for this?
My girl, she told me, because like I guess my Medicaid got ended because I'm in here, so she goes through Metro. She said you got to go through Metro through like, I got to get a primary care doctor, and then they're going to recommend a counselor, because she does the same thing. You know, she got put on medicine, she's in talking to somebody, and like I seen the change in her. Even like everything I put her through since.
Is that Melissa?
Yeah. Like everything, and like I owe her, like part of me being so good is like due to her. Like I literally found like someone, like I feel like my teammate in life, and that's why like every time I was coming to jail before, like this time hurt so bad, because like I literally have like everything I need, like everything, like it's just right there.
All right, well, it worked for a while, right?
Yeah, it worked. Like I said, it's just that one little and I know the seasons come around every year, so I mean,
Clock's changing in about 5 weeks again.
Yeah, and then the clock's gonna come forward and they're gonna come back, so I know, like, I had to address this, like, ASAP. And I'm telling you, I have, like, the right support system, like, we talked about my kids, I got visitation set up for my kids. Last time I was here, you told me I told you about how the kids and all that was getting to me, I got visitation set up with my kids, like, it hurts, your honor, like I said, my life was good, like, my life was good, it was just that seasonal depression, and I think one trigger was like seeing my son's mom and all those feelings and all that. That kind of like triggered, and her having a baby, but like that kind of like triggered some of the old feelings. But I know if I'm given an opportunity to come out, like I said, like if I come back here again, like have your words with me, because I know 1,000% I can do this probation. I can do this. I was doing it. I know I can do this. I am not a lost cause. I got a great family. I got people who love me. I know I can go out there and do whatever I want to do. The biggest hurdle was getting my license. I'm literally right there. I have a brand new car. Like I said, once I get out, the first thing I'm going to do is go file with the BMV, get my license, and then pay my car note, and I'm right there. And then I'm going to go get my mental health for sure. Like I said, like I know, like with my girls, like I know I'm gonna be cool, but I had to address that. I have to, and I will.
How old are your kids now?
Nevaeh's 10. Carmelo's, he turned 7 in December. No, he turned 6 in December. Jada turned 7 in April of last year. So I got a 6-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 10-year-old. And like I said, the girls are with a different mom. I'm sure, I mean, I told you about all that drama. We went to court. We had a visitation set up. It's a supervised visits, but it's stuff. So like I got that. Carmelo, I get Carmelo every weekend. He lives with his grandma, and I'm kind of like, his mom. That's what really hurts me, because like he needs me. Like his mom had another baby, and she lives her life totally separate without him. So like, I mean, it just kills me. And I mean, I did it all to myself, but like I said, I know like I am not a bad person. I've seen what I'm capable of. Like I know I can get out there and I can do whatever I want to do in a good way. Like I got my confidence back. Like I know I'm capable of living law-abiding and doing what I got to do. It's just a matter of me just getting that little part of my mental health together. And like I said, when you told me last time, like I took it serious. I went to Strive Mental Health.
How'd you end up at Strive?
Somebody just recommended it to me.
Okay. Did you do that decision point program?
Yeah, with Craig Berry. I finished it.
How long you been in jail on this stretch here?
I think it would have been 45 days, but you moved the court date up, so I think it's been like.
What do you got, Kim?
33 days.
Okay. All right, Mr. Matthews, anything from you?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, I'm gonna keep you on community control. 33 days in the jail with credit for 33. No drugs or alcohol with screens. Continue whatever you have for mental health treatment, whatever you figure out with Melissa is whatever route you take, follow through on it, get that done, and follow all the recommendations. I want you to go to the relapse program at Lake Geauga. Get the driver's license, maintain employment, pay the cost and supervision fees. Now, when you were talking about before that you didn't know who to talk to when all this stuff was happening, I mean, I talked to her. You don't have anybody to talk to her. She's pretty good, isn't she?
No, I know, because like when I came into jail, just what she told me, like what's going on, like you're doing so good, why didn't you talk to me?
All right, well, you gotta crack that barrier and, start dealing with this stuff. I mean, you got about halfway there and then you stopped, right? So, gotta follow through, gotta show up, right? Because if you don't show up, then you can't be on probation if you don't show up,
No, 100%.
so.
Like I said, it won't happen again. I know for a fact I can do this, and I'm gonna do this. Like, I'm right there. Like, I know you probably hear it all the time and this and that, but like, I know for a fact, 100%, I can do this, and I'm gonna do this.
All right, then go do it. Anything else, Kim?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, go out and start doing what you gotta do, Julian.
I appreciate it, sir.